Hey guys, I'm here with a tag video. I haven't done a tag video in a while, I think. There's like 50 questions in this tag, so let's get started. Question number 1, whose clothes style from a book character do you like best? I actually just finished reading Eleanor and Park, and I kind of liked how, even though Eleanor didn't really have much clothes, she had all her hand-me-downs from like her dad, but she used those clothes to kind of make her own, and she had and she would wear neckties and she would always have stuff around her wrists and stuff, and I just kind of thought her 80s style hand-me-down was kind of cool. Number 2, who is your book boyfriend fictional crush? Definitely Tobias Eaton, because he's perfect. Okay, these are distracting me big time. I'm gonna take them off. Number 3, ever loved a character but then started hating them? I think I'm gonna go with Teresa from the Maze Runner series, because I kind of liked her in the Maze Runner. I thought she was okay, but then when we got to the Scorch Trials and then to the 3rd book, I just hated her because I could not decide whether she was a good character or bad. I haven't read The Kill Order yet, the 4th kind of prequel in that series, but from the Maze Runner trilogy, I did not like her in the end at all. Number 4, the biggest, longest book on your shelf? Probably City of Heavenly Fire, but it's on a shelf above my closet, and it's like, I'm lazy, so you know what it is. You've seen it. Heaviest book on your shelf? Probably City of Heavenly Fire or Deathly Hallows, because they're both pretty massive and pretty heavy. Number 6, do you have any book posters? And I have posters of the book to movie adaptation, but not of the actual book, kind of. Number 7, do you have any book themed jewelry? And I have these earrings, if you can see them, that say 9 3/4 on them, that I bought at Hot Topic, which I've worn and love. I also have this Mockingjay pin that my friend got me for my birthday one year. Number 8 is book OTP, and I honestly always think of Tris and Tobias, but you know, if y'all read Allegiant, nope. Number 9, favorite book series? Seriously? Number 10, favorite book to movie soundtrack. Okay, if I'm being completely honest, I did buy all of the soundtracks, the CDs, of the Twilight series. I don't know, those soundtracks kind of just opened my eyes to different kinds of music, I guess. Some that I've never even heard of before, so there's that. Number 11 is a book story that you wish would continue, and honestly, I would like to see more of The Maze Runner, because it ends in such a cliffhanger that is extremely annoying, and I just really want to see what happens after the last book. I know not too many people like that series, but I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would, so I would like to see what happens after the, ending of that one. Next is favorite standalone, and I don't even know. There's too many to even choose from. The first one that comes to mind is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. That's the first kind of real contemporary book that I've ever read. Contemporary. Number 13, since when have you read books? Since
forever. 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 Forever.
As far back as I could remember, even before I could even read, because my mom would always read me bedtime stories, and I still have some of my little books. I remember that I had this really big pink princess book with all of the stories of all the Disney princesses, and my mom would read me one princess story each night before I went to sleep. Yeah. Number 14 is which Hogwarts house were you put in? And I was put into Ravenclaw by Pottermore, and I think that's kind of funny though, because Ravenclaw is like the smart kids, right? In Divergent, the erudite are also the smart people, right? And I was always put into erudite whenever I would take a quiz for Divergent, and I just think it's funny that I was put into the smart ones for both of those. Number 15 is quality you look for in a book, and I really like books that are fast-paced and characters that just really feel real, because you can have a really fake kind of character and it's really annoying to read that because you are very aware that you are reading a fiction novel that doesn't have real characters. So I really like a book that has complex, real characters that could be real people. Number 16 is favorite book quote, and I think I have a lot, none that I could think of on the top of my head, honestly. I'll put one somewhere that I really like from Divergent. It's super simple. I think I've said it before. It's something that Tobias says, and it's really simple, but I just really like it. It resonates well with me for some reason. Number 17 is favorite author. Seriously? Number 18 is favorite book cover. There are so many pretty book covers out there. I wouldn't even know where to start. I really like Champion by Marie Lu because I love the rose and the red and just how everything looked on it. Number 19 is action or romance. And I think I'm going to go with action because I like me some action. Number 20 is where do you go when a sad moment happens? I don't really go anywhere. I just keep reading, honestly. Just stay in my room and go into the fetal position. No, I'm just kidding. Number 21 is how long do you need to finish a book? And it honestly depends on the book and whether I like it and how big it is. It took me like 2 months to finish reading Dreams of Gods and Monsters, and that was just a ridiculous amount of time to read a book. And then there's other books like the Hunger Games series, which I remember reading in like a week or two, which it's just fast for me. I don't understand how some people can just crank out books like every day. I'd love to read, but I'm kind of a slow reader, so it takes me a while longer. I remember reading City of Heavenly Fire in 6 days, and that was pretty good for me because that book is what, like 600-700 pages long or something. It's huge. Number 22 is how long is your morning period? Never more than like a day because I always know what I want to read next most of the time, but I always pick up a book the next day or something because, yeah. Number 23 is your least favorite book, and I'm gonna have to go with Grendel because I hate that book. I hate it. I read it for school and I despised every page. Just did not like it. Number 24 is turn on in the character, and I would definitely have to say the funny aspect of a character. I love that so much. Number 25 is turn off in a character, and just a character that is really arrogant and rude and just thinks that they are queens or kings and need all the attention put on them. It's just like, shut up. Number 26 is reason I joined BookTube. Basically just to talk about books and other stuff because I have stuff for like movies and TV shows on my channel because I love me some Supernatural and some Walking Dead. Number 27 is name a scary book, and I'm gonna have to go with the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark because those pictures, man. Those pictures were creepy. Number 28 is last book that made you cry. I don't really remember, honestly. Maybe one of the If I Stay books, either If I Stay or Where She Went. One of those, maybe. I don't remember. 29 is last book you gave 5 stars, and Eleanor and Park. That was the cutest book ever. Number 30 is any favorite book titles, and I really love The Fault in Our Stars. It's one of those titles that really has meaning in the story and the characters, and I just really like The Fault in Our Stars. I like it. Number 31 is the last book you read, and that is Eleanor and Park. 32 is book you are currently reading, and that is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I'm only like 50 pages in, but it seems interesting so far. Number 33 is last book adaptation you saw, and that would be Snowpiercer, now that I'm thinking of it. Have any of you guys seen Snowpiercer with Chris Evans? I've seen it twice in the past like 3 days. It is so good. It came out in 2013, and I don't know if it came out in theaters. I don't know if it was a huge blockbuster, but oh my god, it is amazing. And in the credits, it says that it comes from a book. I think it was a French book. Okay, I think I'm gonna rant a little bit about Snowpiercer because that movie is amazing. So we have Chris Evans. He is the main character in this movie, and his name is Curtis. So basically, everybody in the world is dead because of the climate change. So the entire world has frozen over, and everybody, all the survivors are in this train with an engine that never stops running. So Curtis, he lives in the tail section of this train with a whole bunch of other really poor people who don't have anything, who eat these protein blocks, which are, oh my god, disgusting. If you watch the movie, just ugh. So it's basically just a rebellion story with Curtis being the leader of this rebellion, and he's basically trying to get to the front of the train where all of the rich people live and where the creator of this forever engine lives so that he could have a better life for him and for his people. And it's just such an amazing movie. And what's even better is that it's on Netflix, guys. Go and watch this movie. I'm not being sponsored at all. I just love Chris Evans and I love this movie, so just go watch it. It will be the best 2 hours you've ever spent. Oh my god. Number 34 is a book character that you would really like to talk to, and Hermione Granger, probably. I love that girl, and it would be such a fun conversation to have with her. Number 35 is an author you've always wanted to talk to, and the first one that came to my mind was J.K. Rowling, but then I thought about it, and honestly, John Green would be a really fun guy to just talk to. He is so smart, just so learned in so many different things, and a conversation with him would be pretty amazing, actually. Number 36 is favorite book snack, and I don't really eat while I read. It distracts from the reading of the book. You cannot read and eat at the same time. It is impossible. 37 is book world that you would like to live in. Harry Potter. Like, what else? Number 38 is least world that you would like to live in, and honestly, the Divergent world, I would hate that. I know a lot of people have said the Hunger Games world, but honestly, spoiler alert, everybody wants to be free from the government in the Hunger Games. So after Mockingjay, once everybody finally is free of the government and once everybody is able to live their lives how they want to live without the districts, I just feel like they have more freedom than the people in Divergent after everything happens in the last book, because they're still kind of separating themselves by, you know, Candor and Erudite and all those different factions. I just feel like it would be a lot easier to transition into a different kind of daily lifestyle in the Hunger Games world instead of the Divergent world, where the people are still living in their own kind of factions in their head because they have lived this way their entire life. That's all they've ever known. So it's kind of hard for them to just click on, click off the whole faction system overnight. 39 is last time you smelled a book, and I'm smelling books all the time. There are books everywhere in my room, so every time I walk in, I smell them. Number 40 is weird insults used in books, and I always thought pansy cake was kind of funny from the Divergent series, and all the weird vocabulary in the Maze Runner. Number 41 is favorite romance book, and that would probably have to be The Notebook. Number 42 is do you write, and I actually don't. I don't really care to write, which is really weird because a lot of people on BookTube aspire to be writers, but I don't. It's just not something that I aspire to do. I would love to work in the publishing industry one day, but not as a writer. Number 43 is favorite magical item, and probably a wand, like awesome sauce. Number 44 is your Quidditch position, and I'm between a keeper and a beater because I played soccer for 12 years and my position was defense. So I'd probably be a keeper, I think. Number 45 is name a song that you connect to a book. The only one that I'm thinking of right now is No Diggity for Holes, just because in the movie, that's like the first thing that comes to my mind whenever I think of the movie or the book. Number 46 is favorite book related chat up line. And I don't use these. Who uses these, guys? I can't even think of anyone, honestly. Number 47, have you ever used it? No. Number 49 is favorite book fandom. The Harry Potter fandom, the Hunger Games fandom, the Divergent fandom, all of the fandoms, everybody who just really loves the books. They're all great. Everybody's really passionate about them. And just to be part of the fandom is really cool and really fun. Alright, number 49, how many books do you own? And I know for a fact that I own more than 200, at least. Number 50 is who do you tag? And I tag you if you are watching this. I don't really like to do the tagging thing because this is a community. BookTube is a community involving a whole bunch of individuals. So if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Wow, yeah, that was really long. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.